Hello everyone, welcome back at my next video on my YouTube channel or any other platform where I'm posting these videos. And this is next sequel of our police series and law enforcement officers, and this time terms for interacting with police, which might be useful for everyone who actually can be stopped only in the traffic for something by the law enforcement officers or by police officers. Interactions with the police can be nuanced, and understanding the language used is essential. The terms in this section aim to equip you with vocab that might be encountered during such interactions. They bridge the gap between law enforcement and these officers and police guys and the public. The police vocab covered here are instrumental in understanding personal rights and procedures during police interactions. As language learners, knowing these terms not only aids comprehension, but also empowers you during potential real-life scenarios. Your knowledge here acts as both a shield or a bridge. So it means that these terms can actually help you out to understand the police when they actually interact with you in any situations. It might actually be for everyone, just because of the check up the car, or something happens on the road, on the journey somewhere, or at the traffic lights, anything. And it might be a shield because it might actually help you to understand them better and to react or respond. And it might be a bridge, so actually just to for better communication. So let's go. Miranda rights. Maybe you heard it in some series or movies. Miranda rights are the rights read to an arrested person, including the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney. So when they arrest you, theoretically, or you are watching the movie, and the police guys, they usually must actually repeat certain sentences according to the law. And these rights are Miranda rights. It means that you have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything, even though they are taking you to the custody and you are actually arrested. And you have the right to an attorney. So you actually can wait until your attorney or advocate comes and he discuss it with you, and then you can start speaking or not. It depends on a situation. The next one is probable cause. Probable cause is the reasonable grounds for making a search or pressing a charge. What does it mean, making a search? Search of your property, or you as a body, the body, or you as a personality. And pressing a charge means, actually that's a more American term, but pressing a charge is basically file a suit. So basically they can start actually the real process. Which might end with the charges. So press a charge and make a search, that's a probable cause. The next one is interrogation, questioning of a suspect or a witness by law enforcement. Interrogation is actually when you are already in custody and when the investigators or law enforcement officers come and they start to question you about a situation, yes, what's going on. So either you are suspect or you can be just a witness. It means that when you are just witnessing something, you can also be interrogated by police officers and by law enforcement officers. So that's why interrogation doesn't mean anything bad sometimes. You might be a witness of a crime or misdemeanor or something going on. Patrol. Patrol is the act of walking or driving around an area to keep it safe. Patrolling and patrol is actually by, they say, lower level of police officers, and they are usually patrolling some neighborhood or some quarter or suburb in the city, in a huge cities, in a metropolis. They, of course, the patrolling is basically the must, because they basically control and check the neighborhood if there are not really people, especially at night, who are doing something wrong, or riots, or harassing somebody. So all these things might be around the streets, especially in the cities. So patrolling, and that's the act of either they walk, or usually now they use the cars, so they drive. Search and seizure. A legal procedure where law enforcement searches an individual or a property and confiscates evidence. It means search and seizure. Seizure is, they search you, property or you as a person, and then seizure, it means that when there is an evidence or there is something which they are looking for, or they might be in a suspicion that that might help them, or help in the process of crime investigation, they seize it, they seizure it. The seizure is a noun, and that is actually helping them in the process. So that's a search and seizure, that's this procedure, that they actually search the individual or a property of the individual and confiscate the evidence or proof. Yeah, seizure, or that's a noun, seizure, or seize the property, or something. The next one is affidavit. Affidavit is also a legal term, and many times used by advocates and lawyers. A written statement confirmed by oath, often used to obtain search warrants. Affidavit is a piece of paper, it's a declaration, it's some statement, written one, and it's confirmed by oath. So it's confirmed by officially that yes, this is true what I'm saying. Oath, and used by actually law enforcement officers to obtain search warrants. So these affidavit, when somebody is a witness or somebody is actually at interrogation and says, okay, this is true, this is this, and they get it, and on the basis or on the grounds of this affidavit, they can get actually search warrants. It means also the property, not only the person, but also search warrants for properties. So that's this affidavit. It's a basis for something more. Booking, of course, is not booking for travel and fun and like booking.com. Booking in the term with the police means the process of formally charging a person with a crime and entering their information into the system. So when actually somebody is already suspected and is in custody, so is arrested, so there is a booking. So it's official record of that person and all the process and charging a person with something, with charges or a crime or something, and it's official process, this booking. So putting it in a system, putting the record of the person and what are the charges of the person into the system. Ride-along is an opportunity for civilians to accompany officers on their shifts to observe. So it means that ride-along means that when there is a witness or when there is some civilian who is involved in the case or who wants to study actually just the case, maybe from journalists or some other actually reasons why, then they accompany officers on their shifts. So it means that what's going on the streets and how the officers are actually working. So that's basically this ride along, yes, and how they are working, what are they doing basically. And the next one, which is actually the last one, is detain. And detain is to hold someone in official custody, typically for questioning. Detain is not really actually imprisonment and not really actually the real charges approach. It's just questioning, and it's just that someone actually just can arrest you, or like law enforcement officers, of course. They keep you in custody for some time only because of the questioning. So it means that you are not still like charged by anything, but they can basically keep you in custody until they find out later what's going on. So it's a detain is something like arrest, is basically something like arrest, but detain they use more for just keep you in custody for some temporary time, until they find out later by questioning what's going on. And that's all from these terms for interacting with police. And I think we are approaching more and more in this series to be actually rather educated and rather good, rather really perfect in understanding the police work, and before that the justice system and all the other nuances around this topic and area. Thank you very much. See you next time.